Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving deep into Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, a song that's as enigmatic as it is legendary in the rock world.
Right on, John. This song, man, it's like it's on a different plane. It's not just music, it's a journey.
Absolutely, Jimmy. It's more than just a song. It touches the soul, makes you think about where you're heading, whether you're buying that stairway with gold or good deeds, you know?
But isn't it fascinating how this stairway is something you can buy? The very idea that enlightenment or heaven can be bought. It's quite the satirical jab, don't you think?
But isn't that the paradox? The song lures you in with this tale of materialism, but in the end, it's all about what's spiritual, what's eternal.
It's like everyone's missing the point when they get hung up on the literal meaning. The song's a mirror, reflecting what's inside the listener.
And there lies its brilliance. Stairway to Heaven doesn't just belong to Led Zeppelin. It belongs to anyone who's felt that stir inside, that longing for something more, something beyond.
That's the power of music, man. It transcends.
Yeah, but let's not get all misty-eyed. The song also has this dark, questioning side. It challenges us, asks if we're really listening.
Quite right, Janis. It's layered, complex, a song that refuses to be defined by a single interpretation.
Indeed, it transcends generations, continually finding new ears. Its mystique, its allure, it never fades.
And that's the magic, isn't it? No matter how much time passes, Stairway to Heaven remains relevant, echoing different things to different people.
Precisely. And as we discussed today, let's remember that this song, this stairway, is both a path and a mirror, reflecting our innermost desires and fears. Let's explore this mystical journey together. All right, let's kick things off with Stairway to Heaven. Jimmy, you've always merged spirituality with your music. What's your take on the spiritual journey Led Zeppelin takes us on with this track?
Man, Stairway to Heaven, it's like they're painting a picture of this spiritual ascension, you know? It's not just music, it's a transcendental experience, echoing what we try to do with our sounds. Music is that bridge, that ethereal path that connects the physical to the spiritual. It's like when I play my guitar, and I'm not just creating notes, but conjuring spirits.
Honey, I couldn't agree more. Music touches the soul, lifts us higher. When I belt out a tune, it's raw, it's real. It's like I'm channeling something beyond myself. Stairway to Heaven hits that nail hard. It's a spiritual awakening, a call to look beyond the glitter and gold.
Yes, but doesn't it all boil down to interpretation? The spiritual might resonate with you, but what I love is the theatricality of it all, the storytelling. Every performance is an act of creation, a form of magic. We're magicians, darlings, each in our own right.
Precisely, Freddie. It's that ambiguity, the layers of meaning, that make it fascinating. We're all telling stories, weaving narratives that resonate on a personal level. Stairway to Heaven is a quest, a journey that each listener takes, finding their own truth, their own enlightenment along the way.
But don't you guys feel the weight of it all? Stairway is like a siren call to those lost at sea, seeking a beacon. I've always felt that tension in my own lyrics, the battle between the darkness and the quest for some kind of salvation. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's gritty. It's real.
That's an interesting point, Kurt. It seems we all agree that Stairway to Heaven speaks to a journey, both spiritual and personal. Whether it's a search for meaning, a path to enlightenment, or the unmistakable mark it leaves on the fabric of rock, it's clear it's more than just a song. It's a mirror, reflecting what's inside us, beckoning us to climb higher, to see beyond the material.
Quite poetic, John. But let's not forget, it's also a bloody good tune.
Let's dive into the heart of Stairway to Heaven, the tension between materialism and spiritualism. It's like the song's carving out the soul from the corporeal, right? Thoughts, David? Indeed, John. The Lady's Quest, all glitter believed to be gold, it's a satire of our world's chase after material wealth, ignoring the spiritual essence. It's the irony of modern life, craving what's tangible while neglecting the intangible, the real treasures.
I must interject, David. There's nothing inherently wrong with seeking material success. It's the balance that's lost. Our Lady is a mirror to many, blinded by flashing lights, unable to see the truth. But as artists, isn't it our job to seek more, to look beyond?
Man, that's the thing. It's like everyone's forgotten to actually live. You think all that glitters is going to fill that hole inside you? Nah, it's about the soul, baby. It's about the music, which, let me tell ya, is the closest we get to touching something divine.
That's right, Janis. Music transcends. It's like when you hit that note, that perfect note, you're somewhere else. It ain't about gold or whatever. It's about feeling. Stairway gets that. It's an ascension, man, a journey to what's real.
But let's not overlook how cleverly the song criticizes. It's not just a black and white representation. The lady, she's everyone who's lost, mistaking the stairway for a simple purchase. Life's essence, the spiritual journey, it's not something money buys.
Yet she's a tragic figure, don't you think? It's a cautionary tale. We're in the business of creation, of making dreams into something you can touch and feel and hear. The danger comes when the dream's commercialized to the point of losing its soul.
Exactly, but here's the rub. The song itself became gold, didn't it? Sold millions. So what does that make Zeppelin? Are they the lady too, caught in this paradox of condemning the material while embodying it?
Maybe that's the whole point, John. Everyone's caught in the paradox. You can't escape it. The song's enduring because it speaks to that struggle. We all want to find that stairway, whatever it represents. Problem is, most don't realize it's not something you can just buy.
It all comes back to what makes you feel alive, darlings. If your stairway is built on things, on fame, on money, well, good luck finding any peace at the top. But if it's built on love, passion, art, then maybe you'll find what you're looking for.
All right, mates, let's dive into the craziness of lyrics in Stairway to Heaven. Sometimes words have two meanings. What's your take on ambiguity in songwriting? Does it add depth or just muddy the waters?
Look, it's all about layers, isn't it? Like my stuff, Nirvana's stuff, it's built on the idea that you can't pin down meaning because meaning shifts. Stairway, man, it's a trip because each time you listen, you might catch something new. That's the power of music. It's not muddying the waters, it's making the waters worth diving into.
Fascinating point, Kurt. But you see, ambiguity can also serve as a mirror, reflecting the listener's own experiences and emotions back at them. It's a form of artistry, crafting lyrics that adapt and change with every ear they fall upon. My tunes thrive on dual meanings, inviting listeners into a dialogue with the song itself.
Absolutely, darling. But there's an elegance to being explicit, to expressing something outright and still resonating deeply with the audience. Not all messages need to be cryptic to be profound. Yet, in Stairway to Heaven, the ambiguity serves as an invitation to look deeper, to explore. It's theatrical, much like Queen's approach to storytelling. Yeah, David, Freddie, you're on to something. But let's not forget the vibe of the music itself. Sometimes it ain't just the words, but the feel of the song that carries the meaning. Stairway has this ethereal feel that, it transcends the lyrics alone. Hendrix didn't always spell it out because the guitar spoke just as loudly.
Y'all are making points, but let's get real. If every song spelled everything out for you, where's the mystery, the discovery? Lyrics that make you think, question, and feel something different each time, that's the magic. Stairway makes you wonder, it pulls you in. Music should hit you in the soul, not just the ears.
Well, everyone's aboard the ambiguity train then. But it's clear, isn't it, that the power of a song like Stairway to Heaven lies in its ability to be many things to many people. There's a genius in crafting a song that becomes whatever the listener needs it to be at that moment in their life.
Exactly, John. It's like the song isn't just the songwriters anymore. It belongs to everyone. Each person's interpretation, how it makes them feel, that's what makes it immortal.
Quite right. And let's not overlook the role of the listener in all this. The interaction between the song and its audience is where the true meaning is born. In the end, it's a collaboration between the artist and the listener.
Darling, that's the beauty of art in any form. It lives, it breathes, and it evolves with its audience. Stairway to Heaven is a perfect example of this timeless dance. Man, music is like a river, always moving, always changing. The lyrics are just one part of the journey. It's the feeling you get where the music takes you. That's the real destination.
Honey, it's all about connection. Music connects us to each other, to our own deeper selves. When a song like Stairway can do that, even with all its ambiguity, well, I'd say that's something special.
All right, let's dive into the vein of nature and mysticism in Stairway to Heaven. The imagery is thick with symbolism. Jimmy, kick us off, would you?
Man, the song's like a spirit journey. You dig. Nature's not just a backdrop, it's alive, speaking wisdom. Rings of smoke through the trees and the voices of those who stand looking. It's like nature itself is vibing with us, urging us to look deeper, beyond the material.
Yeah, Jimmy, it's like how music can pull you into another dimension. The song paints nature as this mystical force, not just scenery, but a being that's speaking to us. It's groovy how Led Zeppelin taps into that, making you feel like you're part of something bigger.
The elemental forces in the lyrics, earth, air, fire, water, they all meld into this alchemical process. But it's not just about feeling small in the vastness of nature, it's about recognizing our own part in the cosmic dance. My own Starman touched on similar ethereal themes, but Stairway does it with an earthiness, a grounded mysticism.
Darling, it's charming how you all romanticize it, but let's not forget the craft involved in making such imagery resonate. It's a testament to the songwriter's ability to weave complex ideas into something that captures the imagination, drawing you into a web of sound and meaning. It's theatrical, really.
Enough with the theatrics, Freddie. It's raw. It's real. Nature's not just a pretty picture. It's the essence, the pure form of escape from the bullshit of everyday life. Cobain's Something in the Way echoes the sentiment. There's something beneath the surface, something in the way we're all connected to the earth and each other.
True that, Kurt. It's like nature's the ultimate truth, man. The song gets it right. And as we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our soul. We're just part of something endless, an eternal cycle. Makes you wonder, makes you think.
It does. And don't you see? It's like we're all just wanderers, searching for that connection, that spark. Stairway hits that nerve, makes you realize the pursuit of gold, fame, it's hollow without that connection to the universe, to the earth, and its mysteries.
Intriguing perspective, Janis. But let's not lose sight of the sophistication in their lyricism, the way they marry the elemental with the spiritual. It's not done in a ham-fisted manner. It's layered, textured, much like life itself, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely, David. The sophistication in the song's construction mirrors the complexity of nature and human experience. It's a symphony, not just a song. Each note, each lyric contributes to a grander vision, a deeper understanding of our place in the world.
Well then, seems we're in agreement that nature in Stairway to Heaven is far more than just scenery. It's a character, a guide, and a mirror reflecting our deepest selves. Far out discussion, everyone. Let's dive into the deep end. Fate versus free will. Yes, there are two paths you can go by. What's your take? Life scripted from the start, or are we penning it as we go? The duality of the song, it's a bit like a cosmic chess game, isn't it? The notion that destiny is predefined, yet simultaneously we have this illusion of choice. It's theatrically Shakespearean.
Darling, choice is not an illusion. It's everything. Every step, every note I sing is a choice. Predetermined fate? That's an excuse for those afraid to seize the stage of life. We make our paths.
Man, I'm with Freddie on this one. You think I'd be here if I just let the universe dictate my moves? Nah, it's all about grabbing life by the horns. You gotta fight for your freedom, or you're just another brick in the wall.
There's harmony in what you're saying, but consider this. The universe plays its own tunes, and sometimes we're just instruments. That doesn't diminish our choices, but there's a melody we follow, written in the stars, maybe.
But isn't saying everything's written in the stars just copping out? We're not puppets on a string. The chaos, the noise, it's ours to shape. That's the beauty of it, the pain and the art. It's human. It's raw.
Yet the song hints at a cosmic balance, doesn't it? And there's still time to change the road you're on. It suggests that while paths are laid before us, the journey remains ours to define.
Exactly. It's about transformation, embracing the myriad possibilities. Life's a grand, fabulous opera, and I'll be damned if I don't write my own arias.
Yeah, but there's a rhythm we can't ignore, a beat that guides us. Sometimes it feels like the universe is whispering in your ear, you know?
Exactly, Janice. It's a dance between destiny and will. You can feel the push and pull, like a guitar string vibrating between notes. Destiny lays the chords, but we play the solos.
Sounds pretty, but every chord I strike, every word I write, it's mine. My pain, my joy, my choice. The universe didn't hand me a guitar, I picked it up.
A fascinating riff on the old debate. So we're strumming on the strings of free will, yet there's a tune playing in the background. Is it ours, or is it played for us? Maybe that's the stairway we're all trying to climb, the path between destiny and choice. All right, diving into the heart of Stairway to Heaven, let's talk about the Piper and the May Queen. Folklore, myths, they're not just ancient tales, they're speaking to us here now. The Piper, now who does that remind you of, eh?
The Piper's like the songwriter, man, calling out to us, dragging us into their world, making us see what they see. It's raw, it's real. Like my call in Come As You Are, it's not just about following blindly, it's about questioning, diving deep.
Far out, Kurt. The whole idea of the piper, it's transcendent. Music's not just for the here and now, it's for what's beyond, too. When we play, when we sing, we're channeling something bigger, man, something mystical.
But let's not forget the May Queen, Sugar. She's the embodiment of renewal, of spring. It's powerful, this cycle of life and rebirth. Makes me think maybe we're all just searching for our own renewal, you know?
Fascinating, Janis, and I'd venture to say the struggle between tradition and the avant-garde is in play here. The May Queen, the Piper, they're archetypes deeply rooted in our collective unconscious. Yet here they are, repurposed, reimagined in a rock anthem. It's as if Zeppelin is challenging us to rethink tradition, to find new meanings.
Darling, but isn't there a danger in romanticizing these figures? The piper leading the lost? It's a bit, how shall I say, presumptuous. Artistry is about leading, yes, but also about liberating. Not all who wander are lost, but some truly are seeking to be found.
Spot on, Freddie. But there's an edge to it, isn't there? This idea that if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason. It's almost a call to arms for reason, unity.
And that's the bloody problem, isn't it? Lead us to reason, as if reason is this fixed point we're all just stumbling to find. Art's not about finding reason, it's about expressing the ineffable, the chaotic. It's supposed to stir the pot, not just lead to some kumbaya moment.
But that's just it, isn't it? The song, the piper, it's about the quest, the journey. Maybe it's not about the destination, man. It's about stirring the soul, making you feel, making you question.
Right on, Jimmy. Music touches the soul, ignites a spark. If that ain't a quest worth taking, I don't know what is. The Piper, the May Queen, they're symbols, sure, but in their stories, in their essence, it's about igniting something within us all, a quest for something more.
Yet, we mustn't overlook the inherent critique within these symbols. Is the Piper a savior, or is he a Pied Piper, leading us astray? The beauty of Stairway to Heaven lies in its ambiguity, its ability to hold these contrasting notions in tension.
And amidst this, let's not lose ourselves. In our quest for meaning, for enlightenment through these symbols, the importance of questioning, of forging our own path remains paramount. It's a fine line between being led and being inspired.
Quite right, Freddie. It seems we're all in agreement that the journey, the music, is more about the questions than the answers. The Piper, the May Queen, they're not just leading us, they're inviting us on a journey, one that's as personal as it is universal. Let's keep questioning, keep seeking. That's the true power of music, of art. Shall we move on? Let's dive straight into it then. The Piper's calling you to join him. What's your take on this, Freddie? Music's got this draw, hasn't it? A pull towards something more than just notes and lyrics.
Absolutely, John. It's the essence of being. The further we go into music, the more we find ourselves. It's a bit like magic, isn't it? This Piper, he's not just calling us to listen, he's inviting us to be part of the eternal opera. Life isn't just lived, it's sung, darling.
Man, that's heavy. But music, yeah, It's more than just escape. It's like this cosmic push towards understanding ourselves. You can't tell me you've belted out a tune and not felt closer to the very soul of the universe. It's raw, it's real.
There's power in those notes, in the spaces between. When you play, you're not just summoning sound, you're invoking change, shaping the air, the mood, everything. Music transcends, man. It heals.
But let's not romanticize it too much. The piper's call isn't always to enlightenment. Sometimes it's a siren song, dragging you down into the depths of fame and despair. The music industry, it chews you up.
Kurt has a point, albeit a tad grim. The piper, he represents the dual nature of music, its seductive allure, and its potential for destruction. Yet, in its core, music is transformative. It offers a glimpse into the infinite, a bridge between the mundane and the divine.
It demands authenticity. You can't hide behind the notes. You've got to be real. You've got to be you. That's the only way to answer the piper's call, not as a sycophant seeking approval, but as an artist sharing your truth.
Hell yeah. It's not about the fame, the gold records. It's about that moment your soul rings out, pure and clear. That's music, baby. That's life.
All right, you lot, simmer down. We're circling around this idea that music, our music, has this intrinsic power, both magnificent and menacing. It's the piper leading us. But where to? That's the question. It's not just about being led. It's about where you choose to follow.
Exactly, John. It's about making that choice. Music can lead you to paradise or perdition, but you've got the power within those chords and melodies to find your path, to choose your own destiny.
Indeed, it's an exploration, a journey within and without. The piper's tune, it's a call to arms for the soul, an invitation to adventure. And like any journey, it's fraught with peril, but oh, the places you'll go, the boundaries you'll break. Music is the only reality.
And in the end, it's not about the piper, is it? It's about us, how we resonate with the tune, how we let it transform us. We are the music as much as it is us.
All right, let's dive right into the heart of what it means to stand your ground in the music biz, being a rock and not to roll. Jimmy, kick us off. You've always been about bending genres, but how did you stick to your guns when the industry tried to shove you into a box?
Man, it's all about the music for me. You've got folks coming at you from all directions, trying to mold you into something marketable and predictable. But you see, I believe in the power of music, the power to express yourself. When they tried to label me, I just cranked up my guitar louder. To be a rock and not to roll, that's about standing tall, about being genuine. Music's not just notes and chords, it's life, it's energy. If you dilute that, what's left?
Yeah, but it's more than that, isn't it? It's about the agony of being in a world that constantly wants to sand you down into something smooth and digestible. To be a rock and not to roll, it's fighting against that pressure, against being another cog in the machine. I've felt that pressure, pushed back till it hurt. It's why I always fought for our sound, our message, even when they told me it was too raw, too abrasive.
Darling, to me, it was always about embracing the flamboyance, the extravagance. Yes, we need to stand firm, but we also need to roll with the punches, adapt without losing essence. It's a delicate dance between maintaining your authenticity and playing to the gallery. The struggle for authenticity doesn't mean we can't evolve. To be a rock and not to roll is also about the strength to grow, to evolve without dissipating into something unrecognizable.
Intriguing points, all. However, let's not forget that authenticity isn't a monolith. It's multifaceted, complex. I've reinvented myself countless times, from Ziggy Stardust to the Thin White Duke, but each incarnation was a facet of truth, a slice of authenticity. To be a rock and not to roll speaks to not losing your core amidst change. Rolling doesn't mean losing yourself. It's navigating the tumultuous waters of creativity and identity.
Honey, it's all about pouring your soul into what you do without compromise. If you start bending to every whim, every trend, you lose the essence of what made you start singing in the first place. I've always sung from the heart, whether it was blues, rock, or soul. To me, to be a rock and not to roll is about having the guts to lay it all bare, to be vulnerable and damn the consequences.
These perspectives, as diverse as they are, circle back to the core of our discussion. It's about maintaining integrity, in whatever form that takes for each of us. Whether we adapt, evolve, stand firm, or expose our rawest selves, our enduring struggle seems to be in preserving that essence of who we are amid the chaos of creativity and industry pressures. It's not about stagnation, it's about evolution without loss of self. And as always, it's a battle worth fighting. All right, dive into the deep end we go. And as we wind on down the road, life, death, rebirth. Lay it on us, David. What's your take on this eternal cycle? Life's very essence is cyclical, isn't it? As an artist, I've been through many reincarnations, metaphorically speaking. Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane, each persona a life in its own. Stairway to Heaven talks of winding down the road, shadows taller than our soul. It's a poetic musing on how we continually evolve, shadows of our former selves, yet always striving for that light. It's about transformation, not the end.
David, darling, that's beautifully put. But let's not forget, our shadows taller than our soul could as well highlight the disparity between what we are and what we appear to be. Fame, for instance, magnifies us in others' eyes, but the internal journey, that quest for authenticity, it's profoundly solitary. Stairway to Heaven, to me, is a reminder that despite all the glitter and gold, our true essence is what we should chase. The stage and the cheers, they're grand, but ephemeral.
Oh, honey, you're hitting close to home there. It's that raw truth, ain't it? Life's this constant push and pull between being larger than life and just trying to find some genuine peace. And as we wind on and down the road, man, it's like we're all just trying to find our way back to something real, something that ain't tarnished by the spotlight.
Yeah, life's rhythm. It's all in the music, you know? Our lives, they're like solos improvising over the main theme, weaving in and out. Sometimes you hit that high note, other times it's the blues. Stairway to Heaven speaks to that journey, using nature, music, the very air we breathe. It's all a cycle, man. The song, it's like a map, but one that lets you chart your own course.
It's all just a bit too mystical for me. I get the cycle, the journey, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not about winding roads or mystical quests. It's about the fight, the struggle within. This cycle you're all romanticizing, it's brutal, unforgiving. Our shadows taller than our soul. That's the weight, the heaviness we carry, trying to live up to these impossible standards. And for what? Sometimes, the song feels like it's just dangling hope in front of us, only to pull it away.
You've all painted quite the picture. The road as life's journey, fraught with shadows and light, music as our guide. Seems to me, Stairway to Heaven is less about the destination and more about what we learn, how we change on the way. Whether it's a cycle, a struggle, or a quest for authenticity, the song has clearly resonated across generations, touching on something universal, yet intensely personal. Precisely, John. It's that personal interpretation that makes the journey unique for each listener, each generation. The song's a mirror, reflecting what we bring to it, what we seek in its verses.
And isn't that just the magic of music? It speaks to each soul differently, yet somehow unites us all in the shared experience. Far out, if you ask me.
That's the beauty of it, Sugar. It's all about the connection, finding that common thread in the tapestry of life. Makes the whole trip worthwhile.
Couldn't agree more. It's the vibe, the energy that flows through us all. That's the real journey, the real destination.
Yeah, well, maybe there's something to that. Each finding our own path, making sense of the noise. Just got to keep pushing through the shadows.
Well said, everyone. It seems Stairway to Heaven has elicited quite the array of thoughts on life's journey, the individual struggle, and the collective human experience. It's a testament to the song's depth and the power of music to evoke such profound reflections. Thanks for sharing your insights, truly. All right, we're diving into how Stairway to Heaven revolutionized rock and its generational echo. It's more than just a song. It's a Zeppelin carrying us through the clouds of change. Thoughts?
It's colossal, darling. The song, it's like a phoenix, isn't it? Rising from its ashes every time a new ear discovers its magic. Stairway to Heaven bridged gaps between rock generations, proving that true artistry is immortal. Our own anthems sought similar immortality, but Zeppelin, they captured lightning in a bottle.
Man, Stairway ain't just a song, it's a movement wrapped in melodies, you know? It speaks to you, to me, to the soul of the freaking universe. It's like how me and Bobby McGee became an anthem for freedom. Zeppelin did that for rock. Elevating the spirit, man.
Yeah, I dig that. It's all about the vibe, the cosmic dance. The way Page bends those strings, it speaks directly to the soul. Our own music aimed to touch the spirit, but Stairway did something more. It became a spiritual guide for countless seekers.
Absolutely, it's transformative. I always aim to be a chameleon, to change with the times, but Stairway remains a constant, echoing through the ages. It's a testament to the power of storytelling through music. Each note, each lyric carries weight that transcends its era.
Look, it's not just about the melody or the lyrics, it's the raw authenticity. It's about being true to your art, which is something I've always tried to live by. Stairway connects because it's real. It doesn't shy away from the darkness or the light. It's uncompromising, unapologetic. It's what music should be about.
But does it ever feel like it overshadows, that maybe the Stairway became too revered, casting a long shadow over rock's landscape?
One could argue that, but then, isn't the pinnacle of art to inspire? To stand tall as a beacon? Certainly, it sets a high bar, but isn't that the point, to reach for the stars? Bohemian Rhapsody was my reach for the stars, my darlings.
Hell, I don't see no shadow. I see a freaking giant spotlight showing us the way. It's like every time I belted out on stage, I wasn't just singing, I was screaming, yearning for that same kind of truth.
Shadows and light, man, they coexist. Stairway is a beacon, sure, but it also invites others to find their own path, to illuminate their own truths. It's a dialogue, not a monologue.
Indeed, it's a milestone, not a millstone. A reminder that art's boundaries are limitless, that we should all dare to dream, to explore. Bowie thrived on reinvention, on exploring the uncharted. Stairway reminds us that the journey is as significant as the destination.
And yet, it's funny. People idolize Stairway, but forget it's also a call to challenge the status quo, to question, to rebel. Isn't that what we've all tried to do in our own music? Shake the foundations a bit?
Exactly, it's not just a song. It's a mirror reflecting the myriad facets of rock, of life. It invites introspection, rebellion, and ultimately transformation. It transcends its own legend because it embodies the journey of rock itself, ever-changing, ever-evolving. Thanks, everyone. Let's carry this spirit into our conclusion. Keep challenging, keep evolving. All right, let's wind this down. We've rambled through the mystic and the mundane. Stairway to Heaven. What's it leave us with? Let's have it, Jimmy.
Man, this song, it's like a cosmic journey, marrying the roots of blues to the ethereal. It's proof that music transcends, elevates. It's not just notes and lyrics, but a pathway to something beyond. You dig?
Absolutely, Jimmy. It's like music is this magic potion, right? Stairway shows us all how it can cut through the noise, speak to the soul. It ain't just a song, it's a revelation. Makes me want to shout, makes me want to scream.
Darling, it's a masterpiece. But let's not forget the craftsmanship behind it. It's a reminder to all of us artists to dare, to dream. Stairway to Heaven isn't just listened to, it's experienced. It's theater, it's opera.
It is transformative, indeed, but my take is a tad different. This song, it's a narrative that dares to mesh the abstract with the painfully real. The power rests in its ambiguity, its capacity to be all things to all people. That's art. That's brilliance.
You're all hitting around it, but missing the core. It's raw, it's real. And yeah, it's a bit pretentious, but who cares? It's got its flaws, but it's sincere. It encapsulates that eternal struggle, you know? Searching for meaning in a world that often seems void of it.
You lot, always with the drama. Yet here we are, drawn together by a song that's as enigmatic as it is beautiful. It's a reminder, isn't it? Music, our music, it matters. It's etched into the very soul of society, echoing through generations.
And it's that echo, man, that keeps calling us to join in, to keep creating, keep playing.
Damn straight, Jimmy. It's our voices, our guitars, our stories that light fires in the darkest corners of the human heart.
Ah, but we mustn't forget the spectacle of it all. The pageantry is just as crucial as the message. We are the pipers, leading the charge with our flamboyant anthems.
Indeed, but let's not lose sight of transformation. We're chameleons, shifting, influencing, becoming whatever the moment requires to deliver the message, to stir the soul.
Or just being whatever the hell we want, Message or no message. Authenticity, that's the kicker. Sometimes it's just about making noise, beautiful noise.
True enough. Noise, beauty, chaos, and order. It's all there in Stairway to Heaven. It's why we do what we do. All right, friends, enemies, rock stars, poets. Thanks for the ride. Our stairway doesn't need gold to be worth the climb. Remember, it's not just about where it leads, but how it sings to you on the way up. Let's keep making them listen.